Now we turn to our workbook or our math problems and solutions guide, and this is for chapter 2 on numbers. In your notebooks, can you please write the definition of a number? If you need to refer back to the textbook, that is completely fine. But if you go back to the textbook here, it gives you the definition of a number. A number is a symbol used to represent a collection of things. So that's the answer to the very first question in 2.1. What is a number? So we need to know what a number is. The second question, numbers are universal. And so that's just something to keep in mind. Numbers are universal. That is discussed on page 6 of your textbook. Some people know English while others know Spanish. Everyone in the world uses the same numbers. The symbol for the number 5 has the same meaning to us as it does to someone in Nigeria or someone in India. Numbers are universal. So if we can speak in mathematical terms, you can speak in any language. Math is a universal key language. It's the language of science. 2.3 in our workbook, it says counting. So it's asking you to categorize numbers as natural numbers, positive, negative, integers, or none. And so what this means is basically when you look at a number, if it's just a number 1, that's a natural number. It's also positive, right? And they gave you an example there. They said 5 is a natural number, a whole number, and an integer. It's all of those, right? So let's spend some time just understanding this. And I will give you my video that goes into classification of real numbers in more detail. I'll share that with you shortly. So reach out to amosthemathguy@gmail.com if you ever have any questions along this journey. So the assignment on page 23 is to basically go through those numbers and write down what types of numbers they are. So there's 20 problems in your notebook. Please do your best to write down what each of those are. We do have an answer key at the end of the book, but try it first before you look at the answer key. 2.4, naming digits. If somebody asked you to they write the numbers 6 and 4 and they ask you to name or write that out. Can you write that in words? What is 6 and 4? Write that in words. And of course, that's 64. So that's the second, 2.4. That's the next set of problems. For 2.5, they ask you to write how to say each number. So we have 2.3, which is the first number they give you, and they give you all these other numbers. They also give you the words, so like 1 and 100th. So again, place value is going to be very important. This is why having your chart from Tools for Mastering Mathematics is going to be very helpful as you do these problems. If you have any questions on these problems, do not hesitate to reach out. I will present, again, the solutions are right there for you, but if you still have questions after looking at those solutions, reach out to amosthemathguy@gmail.com. And then 2.6 is talking about symbols. We want you to be comfortable with knowing what the symbols represent. And then 2.7 is just a summary of everything you've learned from chapter 2 of our textbook, Understanding Mathematics from Counting to Calculus. So in your notebooks, I will encourage you to look at these different sections, read the chapter in your textbook, and then look at these different sections in the workbook and fill out the best you can, whatever questions you can. Where you get stuck, we'll discuss that in our next meeting, but that's my recommendation in your series, Counting to Calculus. So that's chapter 2. Numbers, when we talk about counting to calculus, it all starts with counting, basic counting, understanding place value, understanding symbols in mathematics. Once you understand those principles, then we're going to dive into addition and subtraction. That's the next major category that we're going to spend time in. The cool thing is that Leonard Euler did the same thing in his book, Elements of Algebra. He actually spends time talking about addition and subtraction. So that's the next activity we're going to do in our notebooks, just warming up, getting things ready. Our goal is once we learn addition and subtraction, we'll move up to multiplication and then division, and then we'll do fractions, decimals, percents, ratios, proportions, and then we'll move into Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and so on and so forth, all the way to calculus. We're getting to the mountain. Do not be discouraged. Where you see difficulty or something not working out, hang tight. You can do it. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Reach out to amosthemathguy@gmail.com or amosthemathguy.com. Take care and have a blessed day.